Enjoy the game.
And guys, it's really the only truly local team here where there's no argument over who to root for like you have with the college basketball. Back to you.
All right, we got Boulerice and Hordichuk that are going to go here. Odelein's involved in a fight on the other side. Panthers were going to have a penalty called against them. Craig Adams, and look at Odelein with Craig Adams.
Well, Adams is trying to hang on, boy. You've got a better fight in Hordichuk and Boulerice. Boulerice's a tough cookie, about 218 pounds. That makes him about 10 pounds bigger than Hordichuk. But Hordichuk makes up with his aggressiveness, and man, oh man, he has a good battle there. At the other end of the ring, there is Odelein, the veteran. He's trying to get the arm loose because Craig McDonald doesn't want to have his arm, or Craig Adams, I'm sorry, doesn't want to let him have his arms loose at all. The only thing that is tough in these kinds of situations is that these wrestling matches take a lot out of you. It can be exhausting. Another veteran, 35-year-old Lyle Odelein, taking on Craig Adams. Remember, Lyle Odelein jumping into the fray here only 2 games ago. He took a puck to the nose, broke his nose. You got to imagine that that is still somewhat sensitive, but it didn't stop him from doing what he felt he had to do.
Again, the Panthers were going to have the original call against them. And then we get 2 fights simultaneously breaking out on the ice. We know that certainly there will be fighting majors assessed to all 4. And I believe the Panthers could end up on the short end of the stick. Weeks had made his way down into the bench. Boulerice waiting for the official calls. So in all likelihood, Carolina's going to get another power play. Let's see how it all started, though.
Well, you take a look at the near side. And you've got the penalty right there. It looked like Boulerice was going after Bouwmeester for some reason. And then you see this battle here. Now, I think this is not where the minor is. I think the minor happened at the beginning of the shift. So we'll see what happens. I was sort of caught watching Boulerice and Hordichuk, knowing that the 2 of them on the ice, something might happen.
Hordichuk gets the additional minor penalty. And that's 2 for high sticking, 5 minutes for fighting. High sticking and
great tune, New York, New York.
I think everybody knew that. Right? I'm glad you cleared it up. Now with delayed whistles, they cross the line. And it will be called here by Mark Jonette. And we have all kinds of stuff. 2 altercations. Jesse Boulerice and Darcy Hordichuk, and this one between Craig Adams and Lyle Odelein. This will be very interesting to see how the referees deem this. Almost simultaneous, but they were not. Hordichuk and Boulerice along the near boards. In the corner, you see Odelein and Craig Adams. And the only official looking at these 2 is one of the referees in the far corner. The linesmen, Cormier and Dvorsky, break up Jesse Boulerice and Darcy Hordichuk. As you see the tie-up here between the veteran Lyle Odelein, who's desperately trying to get free, and Carolina's Craig Adams.
Odelein playing with a broken nose. Great team this on the part of Craig Adams and Jesse Boulerice. And after Hordichuk and Boulerice were separated, the referees were making sure that Jesse was in fact tied down. But you can be kicked out of the game if you are not tied down. So yes, when you have a second altercation, technically that's an automatic game misconduct.
That's
but
right.
Those seem to be the very definition of simultaneous.
Well, we have all kinds of eyes. You have 4 officials on the ice. It's almost impossible to have simultaneous altercations. I'm sure Boulerice now will be very interested to see how this is jurisdicted along the near side. As you see, he look on with 7:59 left to go in this first period. Josef Wasicek has the only goal. The Canes have the lead, and Tripp, here's how it all got going.
Well, let's take a look. There was going to be a penalty to Florida to begin with. And they really started dancing, I thought, right around the same time. I'm just going to wait and listen to see how they sort this out. I've never seen this.
Neither have I. Craig Adams and Boulerice in the box for Carolina. Odelein and Hordichuk for Florida. An original penalty was being called, I believe, against Florida.
Yes.
Mike Keenan looking for the interpretation. He seems to be okay with it. Boulerice right now seems to be a little bit more puzzled of the 2. Live fence pairing remains intact. Hedekin through the center ice zone. Good move over the line. Here they come. Brent Hedekin for Jesse Boulerice. Walking in. What a goal! Jesse Boulerice! And the Canes have tied it.
John, you don't say. Or you do say. What a play coming up the ice by Hedekin. And you remember on Thursday during the telecast, we said that Jesse Boulerice can definitely be more than an enforcer. Well, Exhibit A. Look at the patience. Luongo knows his hand, and he's able to drag it to the backhand and slide it beyond the goal line before the goaltender can put his stick on the ice. Just a great play by Hedekin coming up the ice with that terrific skating ability, and then Jesse Boulerice showing signs of what he can become, his best goal of his career.
Oh, the crowd buzzing about that one. Jesse